Hello guys and welcome back to some more World of Tanks. Today I'm bringing you replays in various tanks today. Obviously I've got a Leopard 1A5 replay. It's the current tank I'm grinding in Cold War. I don't know how that shot missed. But obviously during play sessions I'm playing this tank and the Italian TD a lot. So there's going to be a fair few of those kind of replays for a while until they finish grinding those out. We keep getting targeted at this point, and I'm not really sure what was really aiming at me. I was presuming something from behind was aiming at me, because I could not think of why anyone from this particular angle would be aiming at me, since there's like 100 tanks in front of them. Well, there's 2 tanks and I'm pushing it, and I don't know why the rest of my team are not pushing. It seems very silly for them not to push when there's only 2 tanks and there's like 6 of them there. Makes me happy taking out an FV4211. Yeah, didn't quite get the reload on that to get that kill, which is quite unfortunate. That would have been a nice boost of XP, getting another kill there. But yeah, at the moment I'm not playing too much Cold War because obviously the new German lights have come out. That means there's a lot of those things out at the playing out in the games at the moment, which means a lot of missiles coming in my direction. And obviously, I have got no real armor, so they're just going to go in, frontally. Side, back, they can pretty much pay me from every direction. So it's just not a fun time. I'm not sure why my teammates have all backed up. And honestly, again, I just not been having all that fun playing Cold War. It's just having just there's just no strategy involved in Cold War. It's just drive in the same direction and just keep going, following your team, basically. If you don't follow your team, you're going to die. And that's not really most fun. Because, even when I do follow the team, I'm like, okay, we're about equal here. And I know the enemy's coming up behind me, because it's obvious that they're coming up behind us. So I actually stop and I turn around and wait for the enemy to come to us, only for the rest of my team just to plow on in the same direction, even though if you just even looked at the map at any point in the game, you would know they would be coming up behind us. And I just end up facing like 5 or 6 tanks with me and maybe one other person going, actually, it might be a good idea to turn around and actually face the enemy tanks. And it just doesn't happen. I don't know if that's just because there's a lot of new players playing Cold War and they just assume this is how you play the game. But I don't know. I mean, and again, like Cold War, it's just not a variation of tanks. They're all got the same kind of accuracy. They're all pretty accurate. They all got quite good pen. They're all fast and quite maneuverable. Don't feel like there's too much difference in playing the tanks. It's like okay, so we push down the middle here, trying to get to the other flank race, basically just to finish off the enemy team, because the enemy team has pretty much collapsed here. But my team seems to be a little bit reluctant to actually push. They're going in the opposite direction. As you can see, we've only got about 4,000, just under 4,500 combined. But we do have 3 kills, and that's kind of resulted in me getting this good amount of XP. And this guy is just not really interested in me whatsoever. And I do get the 4th kill, and we basically get just over 5,000 combined. With that's enough for a first class in this tank. Like I said, it's a good tank. It's enough, the same as basically all in the same line. Not much change in the tank. compared to the last one. Now, we started this game quite late because this is actually a full game, which another thing. Cold War never really seems to get past the 5 minute mark. 5 minutes is like a long game in Cold War. But we are facing, I think we're facing tier 10s in this game actually. But as you can see, we are in the tier 9 now. It is fully upgraded. I'm finding the tank personally a little bit lackluster. Tier for tier, I don't think it's as good as tier 8. But it's not terrible. I just find the penetration is a little bit because mainly I'm seeing a lot of heavy tier 9 tier 10 games. So obviously struggling a little bit with the pen. And the engine power and the speed of this thing is probably it is the worst thing about this TD. But it's got usable armor. The interclip reload is unfortunately too long to really take advantage of hitting enemies out in the open, which is another thing that really kind of lets us down. And it's kind of the same with a lot of the tanks in the tier, up in the line. Sorry, to be honest, the interclip reload is just like, well, might as well just have a single shot, and we do land a hit on that tier 10 light tank, which is great. It's always nice to hit at the tier the light tanks in this thing. I must have hit it in a very odd place because I shouldn't have really bounced that, to be honest. He's getting actually shots on me. I'm not sure. Maybe the very top of my turret's there. Ooh, I was close to firing then. Probably should have just tried to take a shot anyway because I would have had to reload at this point anyway. I'm just taking any opportunity to reload. But the reload is not bad at all. It's just the interclip reload is just too long to really take advantage of. I'm worried about pushing. Because I think there might be a TD behind here on the hill, maybe behind the tracks or on the tracks. Because I really would like to be able to push, but there's a Death Star right there. See if I can get a shot on it. I can just about see some of it, but I don't think I'll be able to pen, especially not with the AP rounds in. So I just hold my fire and I pull back because I don't want to get hit by that thing. Because it's the Death Star, so it doesn't have to pen me to do damage, and it can do quite a bit of damage. And there we go, the Tyran just... Alright, I was thinking about even holding my shot, just so I didn't get hit by that thing. Don't know where that thing actually fired there, but we managed to get our first kill, and it was a tier 10. Luckily, light tanks gets taken care of. There was quite a few light tanks in the game. That could have been very, very bad for us, and bad for the because they seem to have taken care of most of our light tanks straight away. So their light tanks had pretty much free run for a while. But luckily, we've taken them out. We do not want to get hit by the artillery. This is a large vehicle. We've got a big old engine deck, easy to hit and pen from artillery. So we don't want to get hit by artillery. I mean, obviously, you never want to get hit by artillery, but especially in this vehicle. And there's the Centurion Action X. He will probably struggle to pen me. And again, see the interclip reload. But couldn't take advantage of the fact that he was out in the open. Took quite a long time to reverse as well. Now this guy seems to be taking care of our tanks quite nicely. So I'm a little bit concerned about this player. He's in a tier 9, and it's a Chinese, I believe. Not well known for being good tanks, but he seems to be doing well in this vehicle. So I'm a little bit concerned about him, to be honest. He seems to be this. Another shot into him. Managed to hit his ammo. This heavy, I'm worried that once this heavy is gone, I am going to be dead here. I was thinking about turning around, but the simple fact is, I wouldn't be able to get away with the speed of this vehicle. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to get as much damage as I can before I get killed is what I was thinking was here. I was hoping this guy would push. Of course, I bounce. He, of course, fluffs his shot because he was a little bit too quick on the trigger finger there. But we, of course, get targeted by artillery. We put in the heat. We're going to try to make sure we pen these shots into this guy. If my guy there survives and this guy pushes, we could be able to take him out together. And then there's a Death Star here. Looks like he's going to poke this corner at some point, I'm thinking. So I'll keep that. And then, of course, bounce. And of course, he pens. And then there's the Death Star. Somehow, I don't know how he even got that shot in. And then I'm like, oh great, I'm tracked. Most of my health is now gone. I'm easy prey to the artillery. Not quite sure how that shot hit and penned, to be honest. But I'm happy it went in because he's now one shot to pretty much anything. And there we go. With a bit of actual support from my actual team, we didn't do too badly. Now we get to see that Centurion action next. Unfortunately, I did go into a reload, so I can't really help. I do not want to go in because basically I think he's going to take care of that artillery. Then I'm going to be all alone, and all he has to do is get round behind me, and I'm dead. So I'll wait to see if my team will help. Of course, I don't know why my team is splitting up at this point. My heavy is actually pushing now, so I'm going to push with him. Of course, our guy that goes into the cap area on his own gets killed, so it's now 4-3. I'm thinking it's pretty much a losing game at this point. I'm thinking that because I've got very little hit points to play with. Pretty much a one shot to the TDs and the artillery. Trying to home in on my shot. Unfortunately, don't get that shot in, but the artillery is now looking at me again. Trying to push on this guy now. Just want to take him out. He could be the deciding factor in this game. He's got vision. And he's trying to pull away, but managed to finish him off. So, there's a little bit more equal setting now. I mean, yeah, okay. It's 3-on-3. There's an artillery in the game. And I've got 2 TDs. As you can see, a bit of server lag again. Getting that a lot recently. They're all tier 9. We do have a tier 10 TD in the game. So, you know. But I don't think... I know my heavies are on very little hit points at this point. And I'm on very little hit points. We don't want it come down to the timer because there's a very good chance we'll lose, because it comes down to when the timer runs out, it comes down to who's done the most amount of damage to the enemy team, and I just don't think we'll win that in this situation. I'm not totally sure about the TD's health, but I'm going to presume the worst and presume he's on not the most amount of hit points, and presume that the enemy is on a fair amount of hit points. Now, luckily, that guy is only on 91 hit points. Now, normally, if I was in a normal vehicle, I'd probably load HE just to splash him to death. But obviously, this is an autoloader with not much ammunition, so I'm not going to waste time having HE rounds in this thing. But at the same time, I am going to struggle to pen this thing from the front. Now, I was presuming from that place he's going to push from this angle. So I sit here, and he gets spotted again. Now, I don't know what my teammate is doing there. He's on a one shot, so I'm presuming he's just trying to wait for me to come and help him. But we're going to get a bit of a surprise. He's not actually looking at our teammate. He is actually looking in our direction. Thing is, I am spotted now, and it actually looks like this guy is AFK. So I'm like, okay, why is my teammate not taking him out? He's facing my direction. He is AFK, and my tier 10 TD is just going around in a circle, spotting him up, but not actually hitting him and doing any damage. At the same time, my heavy has been taken out, which is just great. And I still can't bend even with heat at this angle, but I am worried about the fact he might come back at any point. We take him out, I'm like, oh great, the artillery's going to kill me. It almost does. And I put in the normal rounds to take care of the artillery, because that's where I'm going. I know it's near our base. I don't know where this other TD... I think the other TD is also near our base, but I'm not 100% sure at this point. So I'm waiting for the reload. My other teammate, who was dithering around near the T95, is now going towards their cap. I'm getting spotted. Uh-oh. This guy can take me out pretty damn easily. And pull back, because I'm presuming artillery is going to be aiming at me at this point. My teammate is still going towards the cap and not helping me in the slightest, even though he knows where the enemy TD is by now. And the artillery is also near our base. At this moment, I've got a decent score, but nothing special, right? What was it? 4,000 combined. I know that in this tank, first classes and masteries are pretty low, because I've got first classes when I've got about 4,000 damage. I'm guessing people are having the same kind of issue I am. So we're going to push to this rock here. Now, that does leave me a little bit open to artillery, but artillery hasn't aimed at me for a while. And he comes around the side. I'm like, uh-oh. Luckily, he fluffs his shot. All he had to do was aim that for a little bit longer. Artillery comes in. I ram this guy. I'm like, reload. And down he goes. I put in a full reload. I probably only need 2 shots to kill the artillery, but might as well have a full clip in. Now, I'm assuming the artillery might try to blind fire me, so I actually stop and pull back a little bit, wait for the reload to kick in. Now our TD has finally realised that we could actually win this game, and is now coming around to tackle the artillery. So we got close to 5,000 damage, and he's on a tiny bit of health, that artillery. But we still have to be a little bit cautious here. He can kill both of us with a one shot. Now, I would probably wait for my teammate to come and back me up here. Because if he kills one of us, the other one can just go straight in and finish him off. Because obviously it takes time for him to reload, right? But this guy is just going to go in, try to get the glory. Which is fine if he actually does the job, right? Now I'm super slow. It's going to take me forever. I want to try to get in behind him. I don't know if that's even possible from this angle. I'm trying to see what... And the last time I checked, he was on 300 health, so he could get killed here. I'm guessing he's just waiting for the artillery to fluff his shot. A little bit of lag again there, guys, which is very nice. Always fun to have your tank jerk around on very awkward places and times to have that kick in. And the timer ran out. Anyway, we did win, luckily. But there you go. Got first class in that. Like I said, that was worthy of a first class, I think, for a tier 9. But I still haven't got a mastery in this thing quite yet. Alright, already started the game. I threw out a GG because those two tanks in front of me, the first went off the edge of this cliff, did 100 damage. The next guy follows him, goes faster and does over 200 damage to himself. And I'm just thinking, why, after seeing the first guy do damage to himself, why would you copy him? Now, unfortunately, two mediums have already gone into the 1-2 line and taken the whole flank. Artillery, of course, straight on my case, as he seems to be in every game. Now, out of the Warhammer 40,000 tanks, I think this is probably the best one. The Cold War one is pretty good, but just its penetration on its normal rounds and stuff aren't very good. This is the only tank probably that has decent, really good, well, not really good, but good penetration on all its rounds. It's got really good Hesh rounds. That guy stops just at the worst time. I've got Hesh in because these are mediums. I want to do maximum damage. I could kind of already tell that my team wasn't particularly very good. The way they've positioned themselves, although they have taken the hill. Right, we got the rear of that guy. That was a nice roll there. 500 odd, 550 odd hit points in the rear of that guy. Like I said, most games, taking the hill is pretty much paramount to winning the game or losing the game. Probably should have added AP rounds in at this point, but obviously it has a really long reload. But we managed to track it in place and do a tiny bit of damage. Although my team doesn't really take advantage of that. I don't know what those 2D TDs are really doing. One of them actually pushes up. And unfortunately gets unspotted. I'm not sure how he's getting unspotted here. He is a big medium and got two TDs right next to him. Well, three actually. And no one is spotting him up. Now, I can't really make any move here unless it's backwards, because he could easily spot and hit me in the side and the rear if I go up to take the hill, because the hill has now been taken back by the enemy. My apologies, I have a bad cough at the moment as well, so that's not really helpful for doing videos. And again, you can see a bit of lag. I'm pretty sure it's not on my side. Trying to just get a shot on him. There we go. I didn't have to do a full pen there. He was on such low hit points, splashing him would be enough. And that's exactly what I did. A little bit rushed there. I would have liked to have aimed in a little bit more, but probably didn't have the time, I didn't think. Artillery, I don't know. I've been totally out of the range of artillery for a while, but as soon as I get spotted in an area where he can hit me, he's on me straight away. Not sure why. Really want to get a shot into the side of that guy. And again, lag. We are now losing by lag, by 2 tanks. Now, it's not really looking good. I'm thinking we're definitely losing. They've got the hill. They've got the 1-2 line. We are pretty much screwed. But luckily, the enemy doesn't want to take advantage of this by the looks of things. There's quite a few of them still on their little sniper hill in the A3-4 position. I don't really know this at this point in the game, so hence why I'm being a little bit cautious here. But I really want to take the hill again. So I am pushing up. I do realise that at the 1-2 line there might be a good couple of DDs there who might put some nasty shots into me, but I'm willing to risk it to try to take this hill. It does leave me a little bit exposed as to the artillery though, but like I said, such an important position, willing to risk that. Still got Hesh in. Probably should go to the more safer AP rounds at this point, but It's a bit of a meme, this tank. Hesh is just great in this thing. Trying to spot, but I didn't realise that this tank hasn't been adjusted for spotting. It's got such a sluggish gun, sluggish reload, and the aiming is quite long. I've put all my equipment into that, so I've got vents, which I am considering taking out and putting, optics. I've got, reload and gun stabilizer. At this point, so and my crew isn't all that good. I think I've got 5 crew skills. I haven't got view range, so I literally haven't got any of the advantages on this thing that would help me spot at this point. I do realise at the end of the game, I'm like, oh damn, really need to put some work into vision on the thing, that because this is what really held me back on this game. I think I would have probably a much better game if I had optics on, or the skill of vision to help spot for myself in this game. I actually keep putting my food on just to help me spot, but I actually didn't realise that I haven't got the vision perk on my crew, which is luckily, because I'm not lucky for this game, but I actually get get a new crew for a new crew skill at the end of this game, because it's such a good game. And I believe I put vision into it, or I put Brothers in Arms, or whatever its new name is. Artillery going for me again there. Blind fired. Don't know how he knew I was going to be there again, but he almost got me. Now we are pulling back a little bit, and again he's going for me again. So we are pushing towards the artillery. I'm sick of him putting shots into me. Sorry, artillery, I had to get rid of you there. Put him out, take him out. Oh, missed his shot there. Artillery is now viewing me, trying to basically get these 2 mediums to actually do something at this point. Nice blind fire. Artillery hit very, very close to me. Did a bit of damage to my track. As you can see, I'm still using the Hesh. It's let me down a couple of shots in this game, obviously. I think AP would have done me a lot more damage, but having it in, it's also took advantage of quite a few of the enemy tanks and put in some nice damage. Tracked him. Unfortunately, repaired straight away. Took my nice, finished him off. Only didn't need to pen him to take him out. Now just a small bit of health on that Comet. I believe he's got like 60 health. So, but he is very dangerous. Luckily, the artillery managed to take him out there. So all we've got is 1 TD and the artillery left in the game. Now it is a dangerous TD, but I don't think I've seen him all game. So, but I am actually presuming he's along the 1-2 line. So that's kind of where I'm pushing to now. I've actually, at this point, I didn't quite realise how well I was doing, as in I still got my full hit points. I could actually just push in at this point and take a couple of hits for my team, and there we go. Spotted up the artillery. Unfortunately, I think we fire and we get spotted. Now artillery again, purely looking at me. Of course, I bounce off an artillery. I mean, really? And I've actually got the AP rounds in now because of that stupid miss shot. Leave him on 1 health, really. If I had in Hesh, I would have finished him off if I penned. So, a little bit annoying. Luckily, I do get the killing shot. I think it was a deserved killing shot. As you can see, we have got well over 4,000 combined. We've got 4 kills. Very nice. And now keeping the AP rounds in. Risking it a little bit there by pushing. But like I said, I can take a hit. But he was looking at me. It's the SU. I didn't realise it was the that particular TD, Russian TD. I also would have put in Hesh straight away, but I've actually got AP rounds in. A very dangerous tank. He could take me out in 1 shot. He could probably take my ally out in 1 shot. He could probably take the artillery out in 1 shot. So we do have to be very careful here. He's right behind that hill. Really quite annoying. Managed to hit him right in the side. Unfortunately, didn't track him. Was hoping I was going to track him there. But I could see he was going to push forward and then pull back again. And unfortunately, the artillery does take him out. But we've got just over the 4,500 combined with 4 kills. Not bad. Came first on our team. Made a little bit of silver. Got a new crew skill. As you can see, this is why I'm not going to the next screen, because I'm looking to see if I get a new crew skill, which I actually do. So that's nice. And get first class, and that's kind of why I concentrate on damage in this thing. I kind of use it as a heavy, medium/heavy, because it's got such a good gun. And now we're in the Rover 237. That amazing little light tank, tier 6. We are actually top tier in this game, I believe. As you can see, the game's already started. A little bit unfortunate, but obviously you can see we'd barely done anything. We're just running around at this point. The enemy light tanks are just pushing constantly into our side of the map. So, you know, we can't really do what I want to do, which is spot at this point in the game. I'm just kind of like trying to spot quickly and hit the enemy light tank. Now he's going particularly for a certain light tank. He's thought he was trying to ram me there. I think he might be, which is probably a good shout. He'd probably do a heck of a lot of damage if he did hit me. And we're trying to just feather these shots in here. Unfortunately, we think we do collide here. No, not quite. Take that guy out, and then the next light comes in. I'm not sure what they're thinking, especially after seeing that guy. I get hit only lightly, but he takes out like over 100 of my health. Not fun, and that's not really what I want at the beginning of the game. But with second tank taken care of in about a few seconds, we've got 1.5 combined, pretty much. And mostly direct damage because those light tanks just pushed. And again, bit of lag there. Could have been my death there. Someone is definitely targeting me from the town. Not sure why they're so focused on me. Couple of the enemy tanks have committed suicide. I'm guessing just bad driving rather than trying to ruin their team's game. We're going to push on this guy. I presumed there was going to be more help. Then I realised that was the only other light tank, and he was actually dead. I'm actually just purely on premium rounds now, but as you can see, if I didn't have premium rounds, I wouldn't have penned most of those shots. So we get an extra kill. So we got 3 kills, 2,000, well, pretty much almost 3,000 combined damage, but the teams are equaling out, mainly because my team is sat all in one spot. Now this is why I've come here, because I wanted the spot for them, because I thought, well, I'm going to actually help them here. And there we go. We do getting a bit of extra spotted assist there. But actually a majority of them are actually concentrating on the medium that's in their midst. And there we go. That was a nice little play there. That guy didn't hit me once. And we're going towards their sniper hill, because I presume that's where the majority of them are. Actually, that it's not. The only thing there is going to be the artillery. It's spotted up. Of course, missed that first shot. Quite a vital little shot, because now we are sitting out in the open here. He does shoot, but he's way off target. And again, because of the update quite a while ago, this tank has got a very fast reload, so we were quite lucky not to get hit there. But we've still got plenty of hit points to play with, really, in a light tank. For a light tank, anyway. 2 heavies, both in the town there. See if we can get any more damage on this game. As you can see, nice bit of lag. So we've got just over 4,000 combined in a tier 6 light tank. Even if we don't get any more damage or kills, we've had a really, really nice game. And as you can see, might not get anything else here. So yeah, if you did like the video, guys, give it a like and a subscribe, because I'll be bringing you more replays pretty soon. I've got quite a few in the bank, basically ready to make public. But yeah, don't want to put out too many, because uploading is a bit sporadic at the moment. Anyway, bye guys.